Dyslexia is not a superpower. I completely get why people use that kind of language to help to embrace and highlight the positive side of dyslexia to their children. I just want to share with you what children have been sharing with me as a specialist teacher who work with children with dyslexia every single day. In the span of a month, I had three separate children, break down in my sessions with them, crying their little eyes out, saying, I hate this superpower. I don't know why people call it a superpower. It doesn't feel like a superpower. I want to give it back. They just don't understand. I don't feel heard. And what this highlighted to me was the fact that they don't feel validated when we say that dyslexia is a superpower. Some narrative that has worked better with helping to calm these children down, but to also explain the narrative that I use to explain to children what dyslexia is to highlight that everyone's got strengths and difficulties, and that our brains develop more strongly in the areas where our strengths are, and some of the other areas in our brain sometimes get left behind. And that is why we will struggle, and we need to embrace both. We need to make our strengths stronger, and you can highlight the child's strengths and say these are really things that we can develop and that we can support. And there are other things, other parts of our brains that need a little bit more exercise and a little bit more practice for it to be able to do the things like reading and writing and doing maths and those kind of things. So I know parents mean really well. Just be very careful when you are using the narrative that dyslexia is a superpower, and be aware that for some children that is really very difficult to accept. It also immediately, a superhero immediately implies to them that they need to save the world, and they feel that they can't even save themselves at this moment. So it's adding pressure to a world that is already full of pressure to perform in basic things. So it's so overwhelming to then think, if it's a superpower, I'm supposed to do much more than I am doing at the moment, and it just makes them feel more like a failure rather than supporting them. So just bear that in mind when you're having this conversation with your child, and I really recommend just going down the line of strengths and difficulties in everyone, like I've explained. Have a lovely day.